Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. Today we're going to go over the donations portfolio, give you some updates on what I've been doing with it, how it's performing, what companies that I'm still looking at for purchase, so you guys can see what's going on. If you want to donate to the portfolio, I've run out of donations to actually add any more. It's in the link below if you want to donate. You don't have to, but that's up to you. If you want to see what I would be buying and how I would be managing it, the donations would give you that opportunity to see what I would be buying and what I would be adding into. So this is what I've done with the portfolio. Go over it right here. We've got, so the worst performer is LEU Centrus Energy. That's my worst performer. Now, let's talk a little bit about the portfolio and how I've constructed this. The portfolio, if you notice, we have $2,300 in it or so. About $2,400, we'll call $2,400 in total. The amount is $2,240 that's been put into it. Looking at the portfolio, I didn't just put all that money in a few companies. I spread it amongst a bunch of different companies to capture the moves of different sectors. So I didn't just pile it all into one or two or three companies. I took small amounts in and basically put it in increments of different percentages. And you can see this is my largest holding, 8.5% in Castor Maritime, a shipping company. And I did add to that here recently. The companies I added, Prudhoe Bay Royalty, somebody wanted me to buy this. BPT, so BPT, looking at the chart here, it looks actually very low on the chart and it's starting to come on up. So we bought it down in this low down here, and it's been rocketing higher. So I did buy it. I added into it. He did tell me a little bit earlier. It was my bad. He told me like to buy it probably in here, but it came on down. I think I did get it around that same general vicinity. Looking at this guy here, you can kind of draw like a trend line that's broken here. There's your trend line. It's coming down. It broke to the upside, and this thing looks like it's in a new uptrend. So Prudhoe Bay does look good for this royalty trust. From a big picture view, it is way down there, and we could see another big run out of it. And this ran quite well last bull market, and it looks like it's starting to run now. So that was added to the portfolio for Prudhoe Bay Royalty Trust. We've got aluminum China in here again. Aluminum China is still below its breakout point. I was hoping that we could come and take a run at it. Aluminum is quite high right now, but it looks like we've had a nice strong pullback here. It's coming back in this general vicinity. It looks kind of like you've got kind of a pattern that looks similar to like that, almost like a megaphone pattern working its way out. CENX is another one that looks quite good for aluminum. It's got a little bit of a bloody nose up there, but it's got a nice fresh break out of this. This could be a big move in front of us for Century Aluminum Company. I've been watching it and I'm waiting for it to pull back. And if it pulls back, maybe I'll add some to the portfolio. We've got some solid performers in the portfolio. So First Majestic's done very solid, 14.5%. From where I bought it. 37% is Peabody Energy. That's done very well. Denison Mines is up 8. EXK up 8. That's being solid. FSM's down a little bit. Helix Energy Solutions, the energy service companies are doing very well. We've got 21%. Intrepid Potash at 55%. That's been a big mover. We've got Noble Energy doing very well at 34. That's another energy service company. Northern Oil and Gas is sticking it pretty good, 15%. And remember, guys, I've only had this portfolio for, I think, 2 weeks, maybe a little bit over 2 weeks of trading. So this is 2 weeks old. Next Gen Energy, 6.5%. OII, 8%. Cisco Gold Royalties. Platinum Group Metals down a little bit. Pump, which is another energy service company, up 11. Transocean, which is a service company, up 37%. Sandridge is up almost 14%. SM Energy up 13. These are breaking out. SM Energy and Sandridge. So Renesola, this is a solar company. Again, I'm not constricting myself to anything. I put a little bit in just in case we get a move. We're down 11%. Tidewater up 51%. Wow, that's a burner. UEC, up a little bit. Energy Fuels up a little bit, and then Wheaton Precious Metals up a little bit. We're up 7.56% in the portfolio. And again, guys, this is going to be very volatile. I don't know where it's going to go in the short term, but I think in a year, this portfolio is going to dominate. And then we got copper, COPX. It's an ETF. That's also up 7.82%. Very similar. And that's the portfolio. I constructed this portfolio getting positions at about 4 or 5%. That's kind of what's going on. Some of them have gone down a little bit. So their percentage of the holdings goes down. Other ones that have gone up, their percentage of holdings goes up. And I'm not really trying to get any sort of amount in any one sector. I'm just adding whatever's cheap. If the chart looks good and I think it has good potential, I add it. And the ones that I added recently were Castor Maritime, CTRM, and BPT. And those are the two that I added. Now, I'm buying whatever's down. I'm not trying to time it to the nth degree. I can't really do that. It's not like I'm sitting at home like trading this stuff. I still work. I still have a full-time job. I don't have the time. So when I have the time to go in, I go in and I just buy it real quick, and then continue to work and do whatever else. So I'm doing probably a similar scenario to what most people are doing in the real world, where you're not just sitting there watching stuff all day. So the performance of the portfolio has done quite well. It's up 7.5% or so. Remember, it's only 2 weeks old. At least I think it's 2.5 weeks old, and that's it. And we're putting together, I think, a solid commodity portfolio of energy service companies, precious metals, a couple of mining companies in different areas. And this entire portfolio has no OTC stocks. Now, I would invest in OTC stocks if I didn't have a large fee. The fee is $6.95 a purchase. If I'm only putting in, $50, $100 at a time, the fee's too large to overcome the benefit of it. So what I've determined is that I'm not really buying a bunch of OTC companies, and I've been breaking it out and buying what I think are the best kind of mid-cap companies or American companies or whatever's traded on American Stock Exchange, New York, or NASDAQ. But the portfolio, I think, is solid. It's a solid portfolio. I think it will do very well over the year, and we're going to monitor it and watch it over time. So that's what I've got for the donations portfolio. If you guys want to donate again, it's in the link below. Go ahead and hit it up if you want to, and I'll populate it with whatever I think's good buys at the time. If you like the content, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.